and Dr. D.Y. Patil Institute of Management Studies, Akurdi, Pune. We have been jointly conducting these programs since quite some time. Now, IACSD has the history of more than 25 years in existence and carrying out uh, similar kind of programs and, of course, preparing the students for the CDEC, which is shortly called as CDEC programs, kind of thing. Now, if you know, at the national level, there are 27, 28 such CDEC centers. And we, IACSD, are one of the elite institutes. We are considered to be one amongst the top three. To stay abreast with the top three, you need to create lot of efforts, lot of assets, lot of activities. It's difficult to. I mean, it's not. It's easy to reach at the top, but sustainability and stay at the top is a difficult kind of thing. And we are making our all kind of endeavors to stay abreast, stay at top, and that is what is called as the short name as called as the IACSD since last more than 2 decades time. And this certification program, of course, is also uh, uh, collectively or conjointly conducted with the Dr. D.Y. Patil Institute of Management Studies. We are basically co-hosted in the same building, same campus. Of course, the building are different. Dr. D.Y. Patil Institute of Management Study is also in existence last more than 2 decades and has created its own name, brand, and existence across the nation. Across the nation, we are one of the top institutes, MBA institutes under Pune University, very elite. We are top not only because of the reason we are conducting are affiliated to Pune University, but the reason is we have created our own assets of staying at the top. I mean, the research methodology, the efforts, the activities which our students are put through, the industry interaction, the projects and the related kind of things which we give to them. And to stay abreast with the industry, we also keep on giving a lot of certification programs. Those are required in the industry. Therefore, that is how we are relevant in the entire existence of the management programs. In spite of the reasons, there are 10, 12 private universities in Pune as of date, but we are able to maintain our existence and, as I said, the relevance because of these things. Coming back, this certification program on data science, which is very relevant to these days, is since last almost a decade's time, data science has become very important subject to pursue, to follow, to go through, and on the basis of data, I mean, without the data science, you can't take decisions. It's not the olden days when somebody says, "No, my gut feeling says this is the kind of thing which should be done." Now that gut feeling has to be dependent on the data which you have, and you must know those tools, the techniques, those help you out in analyzing the data which you have. Therefore, data as of today is more than a gold mine. That is why it is very important. And we had been conducting similar kind of courses. And this time again, we are conducting a certification program for 300 hours. Now, this span of 300 hours has been put over on for the 6 months time. So therefore, you will have the interaction with the highly strong and educated and learned faculty all through this time. Probably we are going to start with the Excel today, and then slowly we'll move into the advanced level of data science tools. And by the end of the program, which happens after 6 months, I was just short of that. You'll undergo some training, some examination or test kind of thing, which you have to live up to our requirements to get eligible for the certification program. Now, why these certification programs? Our own history speaks about since the time we are conducting similar kind of certification programs. The see at the why we are participating in these things. All of us looking for better placements, better avenues in the industry. Therefore, our history till today is the placement towards to the level of 90%. So we keep on hovering around 90% placements. To it's not surprising to let you know that the highest package our students so far have been getting is around 18 lakh, and the average package which the students those are undergoing uh, similar kind of programs are the CDAC programs, are the programs those are conducted under the IACSD. The average, surprisingly, the average package is around 7.5 to 8 lakh. It's quite decent. Looks quite decent. And decent is only because of the reason you are imported with the high degree of skills all do this through this time. We believe that most of you must be working in your own respective organizations, and therefore there is the requirement of learning these tools and techniques, so that that basically enhances your current skills, and therefore after acquiring these skills, uh, the your existence will be placed at the different pedestal. That is why we are conducting these programs, and you'll enjoy. I'm sure you will enjoy. You will at the end of the program. Not taking much of the time because we are looking for actually conducting and institutionalizing your training program right from today. So therefore, at the outset itself, I wish all of you a very great luck, great participation, great understanding, acquiring the skills those you have desired or the objectives you have already selected to participate in this 300 hours data science program. And let me also assure you, this is not the end of the story that you are here with us only for these 300 hours. We build long-term relationship. Therefore, even after the completion of the certification program, at any point of time, if you encounter with any kind of difficulties using those tools and techniques or the analysis, or maybe the tools those are not taught here, but then there are certain tools those come into the existence even little later. Our faculty will at any point of time will gracefully help you out to making you relevant wherever you are, therefore making your life easy, and be stay keeping the edge on the others. So with all these words, I wish you again all the best to all of you. Enjoy this 300 hours program, which has been spanned over for 6 months' time. Thank you very much, and has have great time. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the encouraging words and making participants aware of the importance of today's scenario and how this program is going to help them develop their career and achieve their aim in their respective domains. And also sharing the brief history about DYPMS and IACSD Akurdi and how we have been nurturing and grooming the careers of thousands of students over the past 2 decades. I thank you once again, sir, for the encouraging words to the participants.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. You can now proceed with your activities.
Oh, yes, sir. Definitely, sir. Now I would request Deepak to introduce our resource person for the day, Mr. Somnath.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Deepak Shinde. I'm taking care of the admission marketing at IACSD. So today we'll be starting our first session with the Professor Somnath sir, and he's carrying more than 7+ of experience in the field of MBA program. So he done his highest degree in MCA and now serving DYPMS as a faculty. So continue to Somnath sir, take the session ahead.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for your brief introduction.
Keshavji, shall I take the lead because I have something else to join?
Yes, sir. Please, sir, you can proceed ahead with your activities. We will continue, sir.
Thank you, sir. Okay, sir. All the best. All the best to all of you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bye. Bye.
Good morning, participants. Am I audible to you?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. Good morning to everyone. In this couple of 2 days, we are going to cover some, training sessions on Excel. Various points we are going to discuss in these 2 days. I'll go through some basic, then some quite advanced. Today we are going to cover about formatting Excel worksheet, how we are going to format the worksheet, what are the different worksheet operations can be used. Then we are going to use name manager, then how the conditional formatting can be done, then relative as well as the absolute reference, how to take the printout, because taking the printout in Word is quite easy, but taking the printout from Excel, what are the matter we want, it is quite again challenging. So again, we are going to see here how to take the printout of it. Um, Various kinds of the Excel functions are available. Mathematical functions are there, statistical functions are there, text functions are there, and number of functions are there. But yes, basically we are going to see here what are the some basic Excel functions are there. How we are going to make use of all those functions. Like some function is there, average, max, minimum, or count function is there, count if is there, average if, nested functions, if functions, and or so many functions are there. So we are going to highlight some of them. Then also we are going to discuss about the protecting the Excel worksheet, because when you use the Excel for the data manipulation, data management, when you are circulating your worksheet, so somebody can change, somebody can delete, somebody can add some extra information into it. So how you can protect your worksheet at the file level, as well as how you can protect your workbook. So we are just going to see how the Excel worksheet can be protected. Various text function, as I told right now, different text functions are also there. So how we are going to make use of all those functions, that we are going to discuss. Then some date functions are there, some financial functions. Then if you are taking some entry from your users, or if you are conducting some surveys, so the data validations are again very much important. So what are the different data validation techniques are also available, that we are going to discuss. Then what are the different sorting techniques are there, filtrations are there, how we can make use of this sorting as well as filtration in the data manipulation, that we are going to discuss here. Then what if analysis is there. It is kind of the analysis. So there are different types of the what if analysis are also there, that we are going to discuss. Then the lookup functions are also there. So what is the use of that lookup function? HLOOKUP is there, VLOOKUP is there. Some the limitations of these lookup functions are there. To overcome all these lookup functions, we have some other the functions like match and index is there. So how the match and index can be used to to overcome all the VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP. So that we are going to discuss in this couple of days. Few more points like pivot table is there or chart is there. So these are the different points or the functions we can say we are going to discuss in the couple of 2 days. Let me share the screen. Okay, let me ask about Excel. What is the Excel is good for from the participants? Are you aware about it?
Yes, we are.
What is the use of Excel?
Hello.
Yes, please.
Yeah, we are using Excel for format our data in tabular format. So it can be sorted.
Okay, that means we can use for formatting purpose, right? Whatever we have data, we can use it for formatting purpose.
Yeah, we can save our data in tabular format in Excel.
Absolutely. We can save the data in Excel in tabular format. Some rows and columns are also there. Yeah.
Yeah,
We can use for data entry.
yeah.
Any other answer is there?
Yeah, so basic use is, am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are audible.
Yeah, so basic use is to data store, data entry, as you said, and for further analysis by using pivot or VLOOP kind of thing.
Right. Basically, Excel is used to manage the database. So many, the databases are available, but still Excel is, widely used in the world. Wherever you go, Excel is there. So Excel can be used to store the data, to manage, to manipulate the data. But actually, what we can do with the help of Excel, the number crunching. So you can play with the numbers in Excel. You can create the budget, you can analyze some survey results, or you can perform any kind of the financial analysis you can think of. That means what, if you are good with the numbers, if you know some formulas, functions about the numbers, so yes, obviously Excel is good for you. Secondly, we can generate a wide variety of highly customizable charts. So Excel is again used to create the different kinds of the charts. Are you aware about the charts? What the chart is?
Yeah, bar graph, line graph, these kinds of
Yes,
stuff.
we are no.
Yeah, chart is nothing but it is a graphical representation of your tabular data. If you are looking towards rows and columns, if you have a big table or database, so it is quite difficult to understand from the numbers from the rows and columns. But if you convert this into the graphical representation in the form of the charts, in the form of the graphs, it will be easy to understand. So we can create a wide variety of highly customizable charts. Another use, we can say that organizing list. We can use rows and columns; those are available in Excel. That layout we can use to store the list or your data very efficiently. That means we can organize the data very efficiently. Even we can store the data in Word, but can we organize the list efficiently? Can we manipulate it very easily? Obviously not. It is the static data, or it will take some lot, the time to manipulate or to change some rows to columns to rows. But in Excel, very easily you can organize the list. Another is you can access the data from different resources. So that means you can import the data from wide variety of sources. Like if you have the data in MS Access, or maybe in the SQL server, or might be in another Excel worksheet. So even you can access these kinds of the data in the Excel worksheet, and you can manage it. You can organize the data. Another type of the use, we can say that we can use the Excel to create the graphics and diagrams. So various the shapes are also available in Excel. So we can use the shapes. We can use some smarter diagrams, and we can create some professional looking diagrams. Apart from this, various uses are also there. Like we can automate the complex tasks. You can perform very tedious tasks with a single mouse click. Having some Excel's capabilities. Excel has a lot of capabilities, so you can use only a single mouse click, and you can perform the tedious tasks. Simple example is like the macro. If you create the macro in Excel, so whatever the task you are doing repeatedly, you can solve it, or you can perform this particular task using a single mouse click. So these are the some the uses we can say, or how we can make use of Excel. So these are some Excel uses, or the imports from the Excels are. Next, we are going to discuss about Excel worksheet operations. What are the different Excel essential worksheets operations are there. By default, when you open Excel, by default, 3 worksheets are there, right? I think you have seen it. When you open Excel, by default, 3 sheets are there: sheet number 1, sheet number 2, and sheet number 3. But if we want to add some extra, so how we can add it? You can use just a plus sign just below where the sheet numbers are written. You can add it, or you can use some shortcut keys also there. Shift plus F11, which is the shortcut key we can use to add some new worksheet, because the workbook can hold any number of worksheets. And we know that the Excel worksheets are very much the excellent organizing tools are there. So instead of placing everything in single worksheet, we can use some additional worksheet, and we can add some worksheets by using the shortcut key like Shift plus F11, or the plus sign is there where you can add the worksheet. Now, if you have added multiple worksheets, at least 10-20 worksheets are there in one single workbook. So how we are going to activate it? It is again very difficult to go from 1 to 20, or from come back 20 to second or third worksheet. So you can also use the different shortcut to activate the worksheet, like control plus page up and page down. So these are the 2 worksheets are there. Shortcut keys are there to activate the previous as well as the next worksheet. If you press the control plus page up button, which is available on your keyboard, your previous sheet will be activated.
Hello, sir. Sorry to
Hello,
disturb
sir.
you.
Wait a minute. Somnath sir, are you sharing your screen? Because nothing is visible.
Okay, let me check. Okay, let me share the Excel worksheet. Okay. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
So as I told you how we can add the worksheet here, the plus sign is there. You can just click on it, or you can add the new worksheet here. Or as I told you, you can use the shortcut key, that is Shift plus F11. If I press it, it will again add one more worksheet. You can see here. So this is the way you can add some new worksheet. Then the deleting the worksheet. If you have added more worksheet, how you are going to delete? Very simple. You can right click and click on the delete. But if you want to delete multiple worksheets, suppose I want to delete first 5 or first 10 worksheets. So you can create the group of all those worksheets. Like you just click the first worksheet, press and hold the shift key, and go to the last worksheet, whichever you want to delete. So I have created the group. You can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 worksheets I have selected right now, and I want to delete it. Yes, you can right click and click on the delete button. It will delete. Or if you want to delete some non-contiguous worksheet, so press and hold the control key to select the worksheet. Like I want to delete like this one. Press and hold the control key, this and this, and again right click and click on the delete button. All the sheets will be gets deleted. Now hiding and unhiding the worksheets. So can you just tell me that why it is required to hide the worksheet? Why it is required to hide the worksheet? Yes, anybody? Sometimes when you are sharing some, your Excel worksheets, some confidential information that you have maintained in one of the worksheets, and you, if you do not want to show that information confidential information to someone else. So you can hide it. So nobody can, see it. So how to hide it? You just right click on the sheet and choose hide or unhide button. But you cannot unhide multiple sheets. One by one, you have to unhide it, or also you cannot hide all the sheets. You have to keep one of the worksheet remain visible, right? So how to hide or unhide? Right now, I don't want to show this particular data to you. So I'll right click and click on the hide button. It will be gets hidden. Again, you do not want it, hide it. Like way. I can see only two worksheets here because the rest of the worksheet I have hidden it. How to unhide? Again, you just go and click on here unhide. Which sheet you want to unhide? Just select it, click OK. It will be get visible to you. How you are going to prevent the worksheet? To prevent from others from inserting, deleting, hiding, unhiding, or maybe renaming the worksheet. So how you are going to apply the protection to your worksheet? Right now, I am able to add the new worksheet. I am able to rename the worksheet. I can delete the worksheet. So these are the operations I can perform here. But how you are going to restrict to do all these actions? So you have to go to the review tab at the top. You will see the review tab is there here. And here the options are available. Under the protect group, here the different options are there. Protect worksheet and protect workbook. At the last, I'm going to show you here how to protect or how to protect worksheet or protect a workbook. That I'm going to share you at the last. Now, the freezing of pan. Have you heard about the freezing of pan? How it is essential to in Excel? Why the freezing is required? Anybody knows? Freezing of pan, or what is meant by the freezing? Okay. Okay. So you just consider this particular table, right? Various columns are available here. You can see here multiple columns are there. But if I go down, when I scroll down, go down, go down, go down. Now, I want to check what is the heading of this particular column. मैं कौन से column में हूँ? What it represents. When I go down, when my headings are invisible to me, how I can understand कि मेरा heading क्या है? Are you getting my point? For that, I should go at the top to check what is the heading of my column is. Then by using this freezing of pan, you will keep your headings always visible. So freezing pans keeps the headings visible while you are scrolling through the worksheet. From top to bottom, or you can go from left to right. So how you are going to freeze it? Freezing of pan. To freeze your headings, you should move your cell pointer below the row that you want to remain visible. Means this is my row. This is the fifth row. Can you see here? All the headings are available, right? So you just place your cursor just below to this heading. All these the headings are available here, and I want to make sure my headings are always visible when I scroll down. But right now it is not visible to me when I go down. So मुझे क्या करना पड़ेगा? I should freeze it. So to make it freeze, you just click just below to this particular row. ये row मुझे visible करना है. You just click anywhere. Right? Go to the View tab here, and in the Windows group, freeze pan is available. Click on the freeze pans. Now, when I go down, you can see my headings are always visible to me. Is it visible to you? Right? When I go down, so I can easily understand what is the heading of my column is. Right? Now, one more thing is when I go to the right side, okay, let me just unfreeze it. Okay, when I go to the right side, I am not again able to understand in which row I am working or what is that particular, for example, in this COMP ID is written. So in which ID I am working, I am not able to understand when I go to the invisible part, right? You can see there. So again, you can, if you want to make only the first column visible every time, so you have to click anywhere just to the right side of that visible column. ये मुझे column visible करना है, so I should click somewhere here. So I click here and I go here, view tab, and click on the bridge fence. So if I go to the right side, you can see there, the first column is always visible to me. Right? When I go down, my first row or the column headings are always visible to me. So in this way, you can apply the freezing or freezing of pans, right? Now inserting rows and columns, how to insert and why it is required to insert some new rows or some new columns, or why it is sometimes we do not require some additional rows or columns, sometimes it is required to delete it. So how we can perform this task, inserting new rows or new columns? You consider this one of the worksheet here. Suppose I want to add one more column in between these two columns, maybe the status and component. These are the two columns are there. I want to insert one of the column, right? While creating the database or when I import it, I miss one of the column here. So I want to insert and I want to add some more information here. Just between these two columns, status and component. How to insert the new column. So your column name starts from left to right, A, B, C, D, something like that. So you always insert the column at the left side. Suppose if you want to insert the column in between these two columns, that is status and component, right? So you have to click on the column heading name of the column. यहाँ पे देखो ऊपर at the top, G column is there. This is the column heading, but the name of the column is G, H, I, J, something like that. And I want to insert the column between F and G. So click the column name G, right click here and insert. If you click the insert command, it will add to the left side of the selected column. Let's check. Can you see here? I have added one more blank column here in between status and component. So wherever you want to insert the column, please ensure that where you want that column is. So Excel will always insert the column at left side, not to the right side. Suppose you want right to the source columns, then you have to select the J column so that it will insert at the left side. So it will be automatically right side to the source column. Like this. So are you aware about that? How many columns are there in Excel? Anybody knows? Not required to know everybody how many columns are there, but I am just asking how many columns are there. Anybody knows? How many columns are there?
16,384.
68,000?
16,384.
Okay, 16,384. Okay, that is the right one. But after the column Z, how the name starts? Column A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, up to the Z. Then what next after the Z?
A, B, A, C.
Right. It will start from AA, AB, AC, AD like this. And what is the last column name? Last column name, let's check. That is XFD is the last column name. Now, how to jump to the last column directly? If I go one by one, how much of time it will take? You can see there. If I press the arrow button to go there, it is quite difficult to go to the last column. Then what is the shortcut key to jump to the last column? You can use Control plus right arrow. Okay, you just use the Control plus right arrow. It will directly jump to the last column. Come back again, Control plus left arrow, you will jump to the first column. So if when I add one more column, I have added here two more blank columns, you can see here. And total number of columns are 60,384. So what happens when I add some new columns over there? Whether Excel is increasing number of columns, because we have seen that XFD is the last column. Total number of columns are 16,384. So if I add here one more column, should Excel increasing their number of columns? Yes, absolutely no, obviously not. Excel is not increasing the number of columns. The total number of columns are fixed. That is 16,000 something 384 columns are there. Then what happens when we are adding some new columns, when you are deleting some new, whatever unwanted columns, what happens? Anybody knows? When I add one more column, what happens to the Excel? How Excel manage it? Excel allows us to add or delete the columns or rows. But when I add it, it is not increasing any number of columns. The column numbers are fixed. But when I add it, Excel deletes the last column. When I add it, Excel deletes the last column because these are the blank, right? Nothing is there. So Excel automatically deletes the last column. It is shifting to the right side. That's why we are able to add here the new columns. But I put some figures here in the last column. One I have added. And I am trying to add here one more column. Now let's check. Excel is not allowing us to add the new column because something is there, some data is there in the last column. Excel cannot insert the new because something is there. In the last column, rightly, I have added number 1 here. That's why Excel is not allowing us. So this is how we can add. This is the one way you can add it. Right click, add, insert, or if you want to delete, select number of columns, right click and delete it. But what is the shortcut key to add the new column? Suppose I want to add again in between G and H. You can use here Control Shift plus button, Control Shift and plus. It will ask you what you want to insert. Entire row, column. It will add one more column. This is the shortcut key. If you do not want to use the mouse button. While deleting also Control plus minus. Not required to use the Shift button. Control plus minus. Entire column. It will delete the entire column. If you want to add the rows, The same thing is again happening with the rows. How many rows are there in total number of rows? If you are trying to edit, Excel always delete the last row. 10,48,576 number of rows are there. So Excel will delete the last blank rows. If I add something here, Excel will not allow you to add or insert the new row because some data is there and Excel has not rights to delete the data unless your permission. This is how we can add rows or columns. In the same way, we can hide it, hide rows and columns. You can select the row or column that you want to hide, right, by clicking just column or a row hidden. For example, in this case, I want to hide this particular row. I don't want to show this. Okay, just right click and click on the hide button. It will get hide. If you want to unhide, you have to select in this way to unhide. Right click and unhide. Another Excel essential worksheet operation is changing column width and row height. So sometimes it is required to adjust the data to make it visible. You have to adjust or you have to change the column width or maybe the row height. How it can be done? Why this is required changing the column width? Because maybe your data is not visible in entire or whatever the width is there. If I change it, you can see there. I cannot see the data or even I cannot see what is the heading is, proper heading. So you can use or you need to change the column width. So for that you have to go to the format worksheet. On the home tab, you just go in the cells and here you can change the row height, column width. You just click on the auto fit, whatever number of the characters are there, what is the length of that particular text is according to that, the Excel will adjust the column width. You need not to change it. Or manually you can do this like way. Or again, you can go here and change the column width by entering some number like way. In the same way, you can change the row height as well. Or you can drag it. Or you can again select here and go to the format and row height or auto fit row height is also there. Am I audible to you? All of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, let me share one more. Okay, here in this case, how we are going to make use of the name manager. Okay, so here small database is there that shows here your monthly income and expenses. And at the end, after the 6 months, I want to check what is the balance, how much I. What is the formula to get the balance? Very simply, expenses minus your income minus expenses. You will get the balance, how much you have saved. If I write here income, what is the total income is, what is the total expenses and my balance.
So to get the data, so I should write the some formula over here. Here I have written the formula is equal to sum so that I can get here total income for the 6 months and here total expenses are right for the last 6 months. Then how much I have saved after the 6 months. So how we are going to make use of the name manager or how we can assign the name. So before that I'll apply here what is my income. So I'll put here formula is equal to this much. So I get here 33,000 and my expenses are. Now what is the balance? So the simple formula is income minus expenses, right? If I see here, if I read this particular formula is equal to C5 minus C6. By looking at this particular cell reference, I am not able to understand what is that subtraction is. क्या C5 है इसे क्या C6 है? Because I have written here, that's why you are able to understand it. This is income, this is my expenses. But if I give the proper name to the cell, it is very much easy to understand what the formula is going to take. So how to give the name? I'll go here in the first thing, and here I'll select this income. So I'll go here at the top, and instead of B9, I type here income. Press enter. So that means what? I have given the name to this particular cell as income, and this cell is expenses. I'll put it right. You can see here, if I click here, it shows here income. If I click here, it shows here EXP, that is expenses. So this is the name box. Whatever the the active cell is there, it shows the address of that particular cell. If I click here, you can see G3, G and column G, row number 3. So it shows here the address of the active cell. So if I write here the formula, I delete this is equal to, I know that all the income is available in my income minus expense. Press enter, you will get the same result. If I click on this particular formula, it shows here is equal to income minus expenses. So this formula suggests me what is the answer is. Earlier I used the cell address, that is C5 minus C6. By looking at this particular formula, I am not able to understand what is the meaning of C5, what is the meaning of C6. But if I use the proper name to the Excel cell or any range of cells, I can able to understand that the meaning of that particular formula is equal to income minus expenses. Is obviously you are going to check your balance. You are going to check your savings. And all the formulas are available in the name manager. Go here in the formula tab, click on the name manager. You can see it. This is the name you have given to this entire worksheet. The reference, their scope, you can see what are the different names are added in the entire worksheet. So through this way, you can apply the name manager. You can give the names to the particular cell to understand the formula. Whatever the formula you have written, it is very much easy to understand the formula. Okay. Now we are going to discuss about the find and slice, how we are going to use this particular functionality, find and slice. So this is a small table that contains some information, right? Now I want to apply some formatting to my numbers, or where the formulas are written. So where the formula is written, which is the name of the customer. So obviously the no formula is here. Here only the date is there, type of product, format, number of quantities are here. But here you might be having the formula. In the total you can see it. Here I have written the formula, quantity multiplied by price, so I can get the total. So these are the different cells are there where I have written the formula. Total quantity, I think here should be the formula. Yes, obviously I have written the formula here. But this is the small sheet so that I can easily understand. But if you have the very large worksheet, how you are going to,
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Sir.
now.
Is it audible now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Now it is audible.
Okay.
Yes.
And also, sir.
It was audible previously also, but the voice was not very clear.
Very.
Okay, I think loose connection is there.
And also, sir, share that which Excel version is being used, and I mean,
Rightly, yes, sir. Rightly, I am using this, Office Excel 365 version. It is as good as 2013 version. So that you will get whatever the functionalities we are studying here. All the functionalities are available in 2013 onwards. You may not be get in Office 2010 version, but later on maybe 13 or 16 or Office 365, all the functionalities are available. Okay, I was talking about I want to format some the formula cells. So these are the different formulas. So how to select? Unless I double click, I am not able to understand where the formula is, right? But the Excel will automatically finds where the formula cells are available. You just click anywhere here, and on the home tab, you have to go to the editing option at the right side. Find and select, go to the special and click here the formulas. Click OK. Excel will automatically select all the cell where the formula is present. So if you want to apply some formatting, suppose I want to make it bold, I can apply, I want to change some color, I want to apply, uh, some any other kind of the formatting. It is very easy to apply it. So this is how we can select the different things. So if you go here, find and select in the go to special, various options are available. Another worksheet is there where it shows here some, the responses I have collected. I have conducted one, the survey, and here some, responses are there. I think total 100 responses are there. Only yes, no questions are there, responses are. And some, respondent, they have not filled all the options. For example, respondent number 9. So here it is blank, or maybe 26, nothing is there, 30, nothing is there, or here 42. So while applying some, the calculations, or if you want to make some kind of the analysis, you must require all the data, right? Field data is required. So you have to remove some, this blank cells. That means I don't want this row, particular row. Here the blank is there. I don't want this row. Here again one more blank cell is there. So wherever the blank cells are there, I do not want this particular row in my analysis or in my calculation. So you have to remove all the blank rows. So how to remove? Right now I have only 100 respondents, so I can easily remove it. I can select it, right click and delete it, and I can repeat the same action again and again wherever the blank cells are there. But if this number increases till 1000, 2000, 5000, it is quite difficult to delete the blank cells or blank rows. So here the Excel provides you again one more functionality where it can select the blank cells. So you just click anywhere here, again go to the home tab, Find and select here, go to special and click on the blank cells. It will select the blank. Right? Excel has selected only the blank cells. You can see there, all blank cells are highlighted. Now you just go to the home tab again here in the delete option and you just click on the delete rows. Excel has automatically deleted all the blank cells. You can see. Earlier we have 100 respondents. Right now you can see there how many are there. 74 respondents are there. That means I have deleted the rest blank cells. So this is how you can delete it. Another is one more option is this is my data and I want to copy the data, but I don't want to copy these two information in the red color. Red background is there. I don't want to copy this. In this particular version, yes, it is possible to use so that it can automatically copies. Let me hide it. But this was not possible for earlier versions like in Office 2007 or 10. So when right now I have make it hidden. So if I copy it and if I paste here, it shows blank cell, this hidden cell, which are highlighted with the red color. But actually I don't want this because in this cell, in this particular table, it is hidden. I cannot see right now. So I want the same exact data. मैंने यहाँ पे hide किया है, but still Excel is showing me hidden data. But I don't want it. So how to copy only the feasible data, right? So for that, again you go and select. Do not copy right now. Go to the home tab, find and select. Click on the go to special option and here feasible cells only. Click on it. Now Excel has selected only the feasible cells. Now press and Control C copy and I am pasting here. You can see there. जो मैंने हाइड किया था वो यहाँ पे आया नहीं है. Can you see here? But earlier when I copied directly and I paste here, Excel has copied the hidden cell as well. But I don't want to copy this hidden data. So this is the one way that you can copy the data by applying feasible cells only. When you apply some filters as well. So Excel basically copies the entire table, entire data. Though it is hidden or though it is when you apply some filter. So at that time the data is not visible to you when you apply the filter. Or when you make some hidden cells or rows or columns. Generally it is not visible to us, but the Excel can copy it. But in this case, when you select from here only the visible cells, then Excel only copies the visible. Those are visible right now. These are the visible cells. I hope you have understood this. How to copy it. Okay. Now I go to the conditional formatting. Have you heard about the conditional formatting? किसी ने सुना है कंडीशनल फॉर्मेटिंग के बारे में? Participants, have you heard about the conditional formatting or the formatting means?
No, sir.
Okay, you have not heard about the conditional format. Yes?
Somnath sir, Lalit here. So, participants, you have to reply whatever the question sir is asking you. You cannot learn data science by sitting. You can say that you are not replying anything. So you have to quickly, you have to reply to the trainer, and then whatever the things he is telling you, you have to answer. Okay, please continue.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. So my basic question is about the formatting. Are you aware about the formatting? Formatting in Excel. I'm not saying formatting your disk or anything else.
It can select the cells or the values or the data according to our conditions which we are going to apply.
Okay. You are talking about the conditional formatting.
Hello, sir.
Yes, please.
In conditional formatting, we can apply the formatting only if the specified condition is satisfied.
Absolutely. So basically, formatting means what? Making it decorative. That is what we call as in simple language what the formatting is. Your text is not going to be changed. Your values are not going to be changed, but the looks gets changed. That is what we call as the formatting. That means when you apply, some color to the text, that means you are trying to format. Maybe in red color, maybe in the green color. You can change the font size, font color. You can apply some border to it. Right? This is what we call as the formatting. Then conditional formatting means what? As per your condition, whatever the condition you have applied, according to that condition, formatting gets done. For example, I have a smaller database of the student and I want to highlight the students whose scores are above 70.
Sir, your screen is not visible.
Yes, I'll share. So in conditional formatting, I have a score of the students and I want to highlight. Normally in formatting, yes, you can check it whose marks are above the average or according to your condition, go and highlight it. You can apply some different formatting to it. But conditional formatting, Excel will automatically format your database. As per your condition, whatever condition you write or whatever condition you apply, when that condition gets matched, Excel will automatically apply the formatting. This is what we call as the conditional formatting. So we are going to discuss some, the examples of the conditional formatting. Okay, so this is a small database I have here of the conditional formatting, highlighting the marks of the column that contains above 50. You can see here some 25 rows are there and randomly some marks are there. In formatting, I can highlight. I can see here the 60 is there. So I can go and I can highlight here. Right? 65, yes, it is more than 50. 55, more than 50. But it takes too much of time to, highlight the data. Instead of that, I'll use here conditional formatting where I'll apply my condition. My condition is the mark should be highlighted when the marks are more than 50. So go to the home tab in the conditional formatting. Here different rules are there. Highlight cell rules, top and bottom, data bar. So I'll go to this highlight cell rules greater than and select from here. Instead of 60, I put here 50. And here, whatever the formatting is, you just select that kind of the formatting. I'll use here a light red fill. Can you see here? It gets highlighted. But I have selected only one cell. I have to select the entire column where I want to apply the formatting. Highlight instead of 50, I'll take only the light red fill, click OK. You can see there. Wherever the marks are above 50, all the cells are get highlighted. Can you see here? If I change to 60 to 40, ये अभी highlight नहीं होना चाहिए as per our condition. Can you see the changes? If I am going to change these marks as per our condition, मैं यहाँ पे manually कुछ नहीं कर रहा हूँ. I am not going to highlight any cell here as per our condition. I have already told to Excel कि if the marks are above 50, it should highlight with the light red background color. जहाँ पे भी मैं mark change करता हूँ, automatically it's get highlighted. यहाँ 45 है. If I put here 56, yes, automatically it's get highlighted. This is the one rule you can say in this conditional formatting. It is highlighting. So many different rules are there. Greater than is there, less than is there, between, equal to, text that contains specific text, right? Or if you have some duplicate value, so it will going to highlight. Another example is about the top and bottom. Highlight the marks column with top 3 marks. I don't know all the where the marks are, top 3 in this entire worksheet. Right. Every time I need to check or I should use some formula so that it will find where the top 3 marks are. But if I use here conditional formatting, I should get top 3 marks. So you have to select this entire, column. Again, go to the home tab and here in the style, conditional formatting, top and bottom. So select the first one, that is the top 10 items. By default, top 10 is there, but we want top 3. So instead of 10, you just change the number top 10 to top 3. And whatever the formatting you want, apply it. Let me keep it as it is. Okay. You can see there 81, 89 and 82. These are the only 3 students who have scored top 3 score. If I change this 60 to maybe 90, you can see top 3 are now changed. If I change this to only 45, it will again select only top 3 marks. So here top and bottom rule is there. So where you can apply different rules under this top and bottom. Top 10 is the top 10%. 5% you want to check how many, top 10 are there, bottom 10%. So different, the rules are available here. You can apply as per your, the condition. Another type is data bar. Here, simply numbers are there. You can apply or you can make it a decorative. We are talking about the formatting, though it is conditional. So you can apply here some data bar where your entire column will be highlighted with the background color. Different background colors are there, multicolors are there, data bars. Based on the marks, you can see there. If I use this, if I increase the column width, you can see, you will easily understand who scores high marks. You can see this is the biggest data bar who have scored 89. If I change this to this 60 to maybe 95, you will see there. So how the Excel will calculate? Excel will check what is the mark in that entire range, and according to that, the data bar will be appearing here. So here again in the data bar, various options are available. This is a gradient fill, or you may have the solid fill, like solid colors are also there. Another is multi-cell. Now, in the previous case, we have seen that only one column was highlighted. It gets highlighted only one column. For example, suppose this particular.
Question is like in data bars, can we do like line and bar together in one cell?
Line and the bar, not possible.
Okay.
You can apply multiple at multiple times, but at the same time you can't. Okay, the next is multi-cell. In the previous case, we have seen that when we use the conditional formatting, it highlights only the single, the cell or in one particular column. But based on these marks, it should highlight entire row. This is what we call the multi-cell. For that, we have to write this simple condition while applying the conditional formatting. For example, here, highlight the entire row if the units are more than 75. These are the different units. This is a small database is, right? You can see here. Item name is there, units, number of units, their cost, and the total is. So based on the unit, it should highlight entire row. For example, if I say that the unit column contains more than 75 units, for example, in this case, this is the 77. So it should highlight entire row like this. जहां पे भी above 70 है, it should highlight like way. So how it can be done? So for that, you need to select this entire database, right? And you have to write the simple condition. But how to write this condition? Go to the conditional formatting and click here a new rule. In the new rule, use a formula to determine which cell is to be formatted. And here you have to write this particular formula. So formula is equal to B5. It should be greater than 75. And you have to apply this $sign as well. Later on, I'll explain you why the $sign is. This is the reference you have to give. What is my cell reference is? $B5 greater than 75. If this condition gets satisfied, $B5 means in the B column, it will check every time where it goes down from one by one. When this condition gets satisfied, whatever the formatting we have applied, it is applicable to this entire row because we have selected the entire table. So what is my formatting? Go and apply here. Fill, maybe some color. Click OK. Can you see here? हो गए changes? जहां पे भी above 75 है, in the units column only, in the units column, entire row gets highlighted. Now, here 64 is there. If I change this to 79, you can see here, it automatically gets highlighted. Instead of 78, I put here 45, 54. It will not highlight. So Excel will automatically highlight the entire row. This is what about the formatting. Nothing is. All the values are the same. Your data will be same. Only the look we are going to change by applying the conditional formatting. This is the, some, the static is there. Some, the dynamic, the formula is there. Another example is here. You have to highlight the entire row if the total cost is more than 3,500. This is the total cost. I want to check how many such, the items are there whose total cost is more than 3,500 or maybe 5,000, whatever the figures. I'm not going to write into the formula itself. So I'll select this. Formatting, new rule, right? The same rule is there. So is equal to select this cell, total greater than or equal to, I'm not writing here figure manually, I'll select the cell reference, that is R5. And here I should remove the $sign before 5. Formatting is, again I'm going to highlight it. Okay, you can see there. Now if I change the figure from 5,000 to maybe 3,500. So wherever the total cost is above 3,500, it is going to highlight automatically. Can you see the difference here? If I put here 2000 only, it will show how many, such rows are there whose figure is more than 2000. Can you see the difference here? How it can change automatically? If I put here 6500, no such cells are available whose cost is above 6500. But I can apply here. If I put here automatically, if I change the figure here automatically, it will automatically change, right? So this is how you can write some, the conditions to apply the different formatting.
So
Here
please
you
show
can
the formula. Please show the formula of that previous table.
Okay, you want to check the formula. Okay.
Yeah, the total cost one.
Okay, so I'll go to the conditional formatting, manage your rule, edit rule. So this is the formula is equal to $O5. Why O? Because in the oth column, total figure is there, right? And it should be greater than or equal to. I have given the cell reference of this R column, that is R5.
So why you have put dollar between it?
Yes.
$5.
Why dollar is required?
Yeah.
R$5 means what? When I drag down, it should not change the value of R5 only. That's why the dollar sign is required. The next session is there about this cell referencing. Why dollar sign is there in front of the column name or the row number, right? Earlier मैंने यहाँ पे बोल दिया कि $O है, $5 क्यों नहीं है? Why it should not be there? $5. Why $O is there? Or in this previous case, $B. Why not a $5? $5 like that. So let me tell one thing is that dollar will make is used to apply to fridge the row or column. Okay, let me explain here.
So if we directly put 65,000 in the formula, so there is no need to put dollar then now.
Yes, absolutely. No, not required to use. When you use the cell reference, जब आप सेल का रेफरेंस देते हो, मे बी R5 यहाँ इन दिस केस हो गया, यहाँ प्रीवियस केस में तुम्हारा B5 हो गया. So B is nothing. B5 is the cell reference. So whatever we are putting in B5, it will consider that value. आपने 65,000 मैन्युअली लिख लिया तो इसका यूज कुछ भी नहीं होगा इस सेल वैल्यू का. इंस्टेड ऑफ 6,500 नाउ मुझे 5,000 के ऊपर वाला चाहिए जो हाईलाइट हो. So every time you need to go to the formula to edit it, then and then only you will be able to see कि कौन-कौन से ऐसे सेल है जहाँ पे ये possible है. That's why I told you both the conditions, static as well as the dynamic.
Yeah, I got it.
So why the dollar is in this case you can see here $B5. So B5 is this one, but why dollar is? Excel goes down from top to bottom, right? B5 to B6. So when it comes to the B5, क्या होगा यहाँ पे? It will check. चलो B5 में 77 है, it is more than 75, so it will highlight. When it comes to the next cell, यहाँ पे suppose है मेरा 79, so it will also highlight because this value is more than 75, but previous वाला hold वो छोड़ देगा. Because तुम्हारा कर्सर इज यहाँ पे होगा एट द सेकंड रो, सो तुम्हारा पहला वाला हाईलाइट नहीं होगा. ओनली वन रो विल हाईलाइट इफ यू डू नॉट यूज द डॉलर साइन. आपने ओनली B5 रख दिया. $5 से क्या होगा? इट विल गो फ्रॉम ऑलवेज टॉप टू बॉटम. फर्स्ट सेल में जब आता है इट विल चेक यहाँ पे 77 है, यस इट विल हाईलाइट. व्हेन इज गो टू द सेकंड सेल इट विल चेक यस 77 में भी है, 79 यहाँ पे भी है. इट विल कम टू द थर्ड, फोर्थ, फिफ्थ, ऐसा वो आ जाएगा. यहाँ का होल्ड नहीं छोड़ेगा. That's why this dollar sign is required. B5 से B6 होगा, B7 होगा, B8 होगा. Whatever number of the rows are there, it will change it. But the first starting row is always B5. That's why this dollar sign is required. Okay, in the next example, we will understand it why that a dollar sign is. Right? Obviously, it is used to fix the reference. So always your cursor or the it should start from the bth row, from the bth column, fifth row, B5 say. Okay, the next is duplicate. You can also highlight the duplicate values. Some values are there in this particular, table. Some texts are there, some numbers would be there. Those are duplicates. So how many such duplicate values are there? So you can select this table and go and highlight it. Duplicate values. Automatically it will show you what are the different, the duplicate values are, available. If you want to apply, if you want to show some, if you want to highlight it, you can apply some different kind of the formatting to it. Alternate rule. Alternate means what? It will highlight the alternate row. This के बाद third के बाद third, fifth जो भी कुछ है. And for that I have written the small formula mod. So in this case, the Excel will highlight the alternate row. We are talking about the formatting. We are not doing any kind of the, the calculations over here. Only the cell formatting. How you are going to make the decorative as per your condition, as per your, choice, you can say. So in this case, if I want to apply the conditional formatting where the alternate rows will be gets highlighted. So again, the same way, go and write here the simple formula is equal to mod into bracket row, it should be equal to 1. If this condition gets satisfied, A कब होगा? ये alternate ही होगा. This is the meaning of this particular formula. Is you can apply some formatting.
Can you please explain this formula? A mod row, comma 2 equals 1.
Okay. A mod means what? Have you heard about this modulation operator? क्या देता है? क्या result आता है modulation operator का?
After division, what is the remaining value?
That means it shows the remainder. बराबर है? 5 divided by 2 किया तो क्या होगा? Remainder is 0 आएगा.
0.
Right? If I divide 9 divided by 5,
remainder is 1.
1. So it will check where the remainder is 1. When I divide the row number by 2, this is the row number 1, this is the row number 2, 3, 4, जो भी कुछ है. Row, this is the one function which is available in Excel. It shows here how many rows are there, what is that row number is. If I type here is equal to row, क्या नंबर आया यहाँ पे? 6 आ गया. Why? Because I am in the 6th row. This is the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth.
Sir,
are you getting my point?
Zoom करोगे तो दिखाई देगा.
Okay. Okay. यहाँ पे जो row का एक function लिखा है, this is function available in Excel. So if I type here is equal to row, open, close, press enter. Wherever I am write it, it shows me that current row number. मैंने फॉर्मूला कहाँ पे लिखा है? यहाँ पे लिखा है. तो ये कितना नंबर है? 6 नंबर का रो है. यू कैन सी दैट. दिस इज द रो नंबर 6. सो क्या होगा? 6 डिवाइडेड बाय 2. 6 डिवाइडेड बाय 2 उसका क्या आएगा? रिजल्ट 0 आएगा. तो 0 इज नॉट इक्वल टू 1. तो इसको उसने हाईलाइट नहीं किया है. यहाँ पे क्या आएगा? इज इक्वल टू रो 7 आ गया आंसर. राइट? इन दिस जहाँ पे हमने हाईलाइट हुआ है. Here is 7. So 7 divided by 2. And mod will give you the result as remainder, not actual result. Remainder देगा. Remainder होगा 1 यहाँ पे. जहाँ पे 1 equal to 1 होगा means that condition gets satisfied. So this cell gets highlighted. Are you getting my point? So 1 is equal to 1. According to our condition, cell it gets highlighted. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
This is how this conditional formatting or this particular formula works. Is equal to mod into bracket row, comma 2 divided is equal to 1. So इसका result जो भी होगा, it will be compared with 1. 1 से 1 होगा तभी ये हाईलाइट होगा. इसके लिए वो अल्टरनेट, इसके लिए हमने डिवाइडेड बाय 2 किया. You can change it to divided by 3, 4 and you can see how that pattern looks. In the same way, we can create the checkboard as well. And here we are going to check 1 is equal to 1, 0 is equal to 0. When that condition gets matched, it will create a checkboard. Is equal to mod into bracket row comma 2 is equal to column. रो एंड कॉलम सेम आना चाहिए. जब उसका इंटरसेक्शन होगा, इन दिस केस दिस इज द 1 रो, दिस इज द 1 कॉलम, राइट. तो जहां पे इंटरसेक्शन होगा उसका वैल्यू सेम ही आएगा, डिवाइडेड बाय 2, आइदर 1 आएगा या 0 आएगा. तो जहां पे भी 1 1 आएगा, इट विल गेट्स हाईलाइटेड विद द पर्टिकुलर कलर. This is how we can apply the conditional formatting. One more type of the rule is there. Alternate 2 rows are highlighted. So various, the different variations you can apply here in the same formulas is equal to mod. The simple formula again I have written here. So that the alternate 2 rows will be highlighted. और इसका फॉर्मूला आपको कहीं मिलेगा नहीं वैसे, जैसे हम यहाँ पे बोल्ड करते हैं, हाईलाइट करते हैं, इट इज नॉट विजिबल टू यू. सपोज ये 2 रो मैंने यहाँ पे हाईलाइट किए, तो आई कैन गो एंड चेंज इट. यहाँ पे जाके मैं उसको डिसेलेक्ट कर सकता हूँ ऐसा. बट इन दिस केस इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल अनलेस यू डिलीट द फॉर्मूला, राइट. यू कैन गो एंड सी हियर हाउ आई हैव रिटन द फॉर्मूला. दिस इज द फॉर्मूला आई हैव रिटन. So this is how we can apply the different type of the conditional formatting. So you have to change some figures from here. So accordingly it will show how you want the formatting. In the earlier case, यहाँ पे देखो, यहाँ पे देखो, आपने यहाँ पे 0 से कंपेयर किया तो ये रो हाईलाइट होगा, दिस जो व्हाइट में दिख रहा है. ये डिवाइडेड बाय 3 किया, 4 किया, 5 किया, you will get some different kinds of the formatting. Okay, so this is about the conditional formatting, how we can apply the formatting as per our condition. When the condition gets satisfied, you can apply the different formatting to it. Now, how you are going to apply the formatting at once, which is called as the multi-sheet ranges. Okay, let me share the screen where you will understand. Okay, so again here simple small table is there that shows here the result analysis of examination for the semester 4, right. So how you are going to apply the formatting to this particular cell, and I have created some few more worksheets over here. Can you see here 1 2 3 4 5 different worksheets are available. नहीं आए ना. Chessboard formula, just let me show you. This is the formula you have to write. Is equal to mod into bracket row comma 2 equal to column. रो एंड कॉलम जब इंटरसेक्ट होंगे तभी वो हाईलाइट करेगा. So you have to select such, the range, and you can go and apply. Manage rule, edit. Instead of the black color, if you want to fill with some alternate color, it also be applicable. You can see there. Is equal to mod into bracket row, comma 2 is equal to mod bracket make column to bracket close. Okay. Can we rename formula like if we have multiple formula in single table? Yes, you can apply. Suppose this is the one, worksheet is there, big worksheet is there, and you are going to apply the different formula. Yes, it is possible to apply the different formulas here. In a manage rule, you will see one by one different formulas. And here applies to, here it shows the cell range. So if you want to edit it, you can edit it. If you want to delete it, you can delete the row or that particular formula. So it is possible to add or delete the formula. I have applied this particular conditional formatting to this range only. Suppose I want to apply something here. So I can select this cell range. I can go here and I can create a new rule for it. It will be added here at the bottom. Right. So it is possible. The next thing that I'm going to discuss you about the multi-sheet range. Okay, so in this case, I'm going to apply the formatting to this particular table, right? I am just applying simple formatting so that it looks good. Right now, it is not looking good. Some, the blank cells are available here. So how I'm going to apply here? You just check here, okay? Make it a merge, make it a bold. Same I am doing. I am just applying the simple formatting so that it looks good. I am just applying a border to this particular table. Then make it bold, make it center. Okay, that figure should be at center. And I am just calculating the passing percentage. So how you are going to calculate the passing percentage? Form field are 59, out of which 56 are passed, 3 are absent. So passing percentage means we want these two columns. Pass student divided by form field. These are the total number of the students here and multiplied by 100. You will get the passing. This is the passing percentage of this particular subject, service marketing. Okay, drag it. And here you can apply the average passing percentage. Bracket close. Make it bold or make it to the right side. So this is what I have applied, very simple, formatting, so that now I can, take it how it looks. Earlier, how it was looking. The previous case. वो अच्छा नहीं दिख रहा था, right? Yeah, which is not properly good looking, not readable. But right now I have applied some small formatting to this particular, the data. Now it is looks good. So such, I have multiple sheets. This is the sheet for, the marketing students. This is the result analysis of the semester for marketing. I have such a sheets like, the finance student, then HR, then operation, then IT. Now, I have applied these kinds of the formatting and I want to take the printout of different worksheets, right? So I need to apply the same thing again here. इसको भी merge करो. Are you getting my point? Make it bold, merge it. That means that whatever the formatting I have applied in this worksheet, I need to apply same thing again 4 times because 4 more sheets are there. So how much of time is required? How much of effort should I take? Right? So every time I need to apply. Again, if you are talking about the format painter, at least I have to apply 4 times. Format painter is applicable on the one same worksheet for the single formatting. Suppose I want to apply such kinds of the formatting to this one. So I'll go here, apply format painting. But here I have, what I have did here, I have made it merge and center. Right? But I want to apply such kinds of the formatting to rest of the worksheet. And it is not possible for me, or it may take some more time to apply the conditional formatting. So instead of that, I'll use here multi-sheet range. This is the functionality which is available in Excel, where I can apply the same formatting to all the worksheets. Only the condition is what? You must have the same structure. Why? Because I am applying the formatting to this particular cell, that is B6, right? Are you getting my saying? This is the cell address is what? B6. इसको मैंने क्या किया है, कुछ तो बैकग्राउंड कलर दिया है, उसको बोल्ड किया है. So here क्या लिखा है? I have written here subject code. So for every worksheet in the B6, the same word should be there. In the B6, you can go and see B6 subject code. यहाँ पे भी subject code है, subject code, subject code. Are you getting my point? When you are applying the formatting to the multiple cell at the same time, you should have the database, or you should have the tabular structure at the same place only. आपने यहाँ पे इस शीट में सब्जेक्ट कोड B6 में लिखा है, इन द सेकंड वर्कशीट आपने मे बी B5 में लिखा होगा, इन द थर्ड वर्कशीट आपने मे बी B7 में लिखा होगा. So it is not applicable to all the worksheets. So the first criteria to apply the formatting to all the worksheet is you must have the unique structure, database structure. जो चीज जहाँ पे है उधर ही होना चाहिए. For example, ये result analysis मेरा कहाँ पे है? In the B3 है, right? So it should be everywhere in the B3 only. B3 दिख रहा है. Overall passing percentage मेरा B13 में. So everywhere it should be at B13. Are you getting my point? So in the multi-sheet range, or while applying these kinds of the formatting, your structure is same. So basically मेरा data है जो at appropriate places है. So now I am going to apply the formatting to it. Let me remove first whatever I have made it. Okay, so this is my original raw worksheet. Now you can go and see here how I am applying the condition, this formatting to all the worksheets. So to do this, you should ensure that your data should be at the same place in all the worksheets. And now you create the group of all the worksheets. So how to create it? Select the first worksheet, press and hold the shift. Hello? Am I audible?
Yes, sir. You're audible.
So press and hold the first worksheet, marketing. No, sorry, click the first worksheet, that is the marketing A, यहाँ पे लिखा है. Now press and hold the shift key which is available on your keyboard and click on the last worksheet. So क्या होगा? It will select the entire worksheet. So it will create a group of worksheet. At the top यहाँ पे दिख रहा है आपको multi-sheet ranges, यहाँ पे group लिखा हुआ है, group. That means I have right now created the group of all the worksheets. अभी यहाँ पे ग्रुप मैंने हटा दिया है. No group is available, right? But to apply the formatting at once, you should create the group of the worksheet. अभी यहाँ पे नहीं है. Now I am pressing and holding the shift key. Last worksheet. अभी यहाँ पे ग्रुप तैयार हो गया. मतलब मैंने ये पूरे वर्कशीट का एक ग्रुप बनाया. Now you apply the formatting to any worksheet. So it is applicable to the rest of the worksheets. So I am applying merge, make it bold. Okay. Then I am applying here some border, taking all these figures at center, merge it, make it right. And यहाँ पे मैं formula लिख रहा हूँ. What is the formula? Passing students divided by total number of failed students into 100. 94%. Drag it till this cell. And यहाँ पे लिखो average का formula. Select the entire range, so you will get the average. Make it bold. Okay, simple सा formatting हम यहाँ पे करेंगे, ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं. Okay, this is the formatting I have applied to this single worksheet only. Now we will go and check what happens with the rest of the worksheet. Make it center. Okay, now I'll go to the finance worksheet. Can you see here? Is it applicable to this sheet also? Third worksheet, fourth, fifth. दिख रहा है आपको? I have applied formatting to only one worksheet, but it is applicable to rest of the worksheet. Yes or no? Got it? How to apply this formatting?
Yes, sir.
You have to create the group of the worksheet, and the important thing is what? Your tabular or whatever the database, whatever the data is there, it should be in the proper place. Same structure is required. Then and then only it is only applicable.
Sir, this meeting recording will be available somewhere later to refer.
Yeah, later on it is available to you. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Okay, we'll take a break of only 10 minutes. I think 11:50 is there. We'll come back at 12 exactly. Okay. We'll take a short break of 10 minutes.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, welcome back. Now we are going to discuss about the references, relative and absolute references. Earlier we are going to discussing about that a dollar sign. So let me just share the screen. Okay, is it visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now there are two types of the references. One is the relative reference and other is the absolute reference. In the absolute, again, we have some kind of reference, partial reference we can say, or we can say it is a absolute reference. Okay. So in this example, a very small example is there how we are going to use the relative references. The first column shows here the name of the atoms. Second column shows their cost. Third is quantity. And here we are going to calculate the total one. So how to calculate the total? What is the formula? What formula should I write so that I can get the total cost? Item wise. Absolutely, cost multiplied by quantity, right? So I can write here is equal to, this is the cost of the first item, that is C4, multiplied by quantity, that is D4. I'll get here the total cost, that is 300. If I copy this same formula and if I paste here for the item number 7, what should be the answer? If I copy this cell, here the answer is 300. What it will print here at the 7th?
300 itself.
300 itself?
Yeah.
Okay. Any other answer? Okay, let's check. Let me copy this and I paste here. Now it changes to 342. Anybody knows the reason why it has changed? I copied this 300 and I pasted here, but it changes to 342. Or if I copy this same again 300 and if I paste here, क्या होगा यहाँ पे आंसर? In this cell, in I12, जहाँ पे मेरा highlighted है, अभी यहाँ पे 300 आना चाहिए? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, 300 would be there.
Right. So if I paste the formula here, it shows here 0. The reason behind is, behind this particular, the cell 300, I have written the formula as C4 multiplied by D4. Okay. That means what? It is the multiplication of 15 and 20, right? Multiplication of 15 and 20. C4 is nothing but the cost of the product and D4 is nothing but the total number of quantity. So I get here 300 as a total cost. Actually, I have not copied only 300. I have copied formula as well. So when I paste it here, it changes the reference. यहाँ पे मैंने क्या लिखा है फॉर्मूला? इस सेल के लेफ्ट साइड में जो C and D कॉलम है उसका खाली मल्टीप्लिकेशन करो. तो जहां पे भी मैं ये फॉर्मूला लिखता हूं, it will use that logic only. Left side वाले 2 cells का multiplication. Are you getting my point? I have written the formula in the E column. E में लिखा है मैंने, in the row number 4. E4 में मैंने फॉर्मूला लिखा है. क्या लिखा है? लेफ्ट वाले 2 कॉलम्स होंगे, जो भी कुछ होगा इसका मीनिंग वही होता है. एक्सेल अंडरस्टैंड दैट काइंड ऑफ द मीनिंग. एडजेसेंट 2 कॉलम का क्या होगा? मल्टीप्लिकेशन होगा. तो एडजेसेंट 2 कॉलम कौन से है? C and D है. सो C4 and D4 का multiplication. So it shows here value 300. So when I copy the formula from here, when I copy this cell from here and I paste it here, it also uses the multiplication of these 2 cells. It changes the cell references. Are you getting my point? यहाँ पे C4 and D4 था, यहाँ पे क्या आ गया? C10 and D10 आ गया. क्यों आ गया? Because I have pasted the formula in E10. E10 में मैंने पेस्ट किया, इसके लिए उसने क्या लिया? ये 2 सेल का मल्टीप्लिकेशन लिया. In the same case, I have copied the same formula from here and I pasted here. उसने क्या किया? ये 2 सेल का मल्टीप्लिकेशन किया सीधे, G12 and H12. It was expected कि वो 300 यहाँ पे कॉपी हो, बट इसके अंदर क्या है? फॉर्मूला है. It contains, this cell contains the formula. That's why उसने क्या प्रिंट किया? 0, because nothing is there in the 2 cell. If I put some numbers here, 5 and यहाँ पे मैं 10 डालता हूँ, क्या आएगा? 5 multiplied by 10, 50. Are you getting my point? So this is what you call as relative reference. It checks the relation. जो फॉर्मूला हमने लिखा है उसका रिलेशन क्या है? एक्सेल चार्ट क्या चेक करता है? उसका रिलेशन. जो फॉर्मूला मैंने यहाँ पे लिखा है, मैंने किधर भी मैं वो पेस्ट करूंगा, इट विल चेक ऑलवेज द रिलेशन. समझ में आ गया रिलेटिव रेफरेंस क्या होता है?
Yes, sir.
Right? When I drag down, यहाँ पे क्या आना चाहिए आंसर? It should also multiplied by first, second में क्या आएगा? 20 multiplied by 25, 18 by 25, likewise, and you will get the result. एवरीवेयर यू कैन गो एंड सी. यहाँ पे C4 D4 है, इसके नीचे C5 D5 होगा, C5 D5. जहां पे भी आप जाओगे इट विल गो टू इट विल चेंज द सेल रेफरेंसेस. दिस इज व्हाट यू कॉल एज द रिलेटिव सेल रेफरेंस. तो ये कब यूज करना होता है रिलेटिव सेल रेफरेंस? व्हेन यू हैव consecutive number of rows and when you are dragging maybe to the downward side to the rightward side, it will use the relative reference. मुझे यहाँ का यहाँ पे यूज करना है. यू आर नॉट अलाउड टू यूज द रिलेटिव रेफरेंस बिकॉज यहाँ का सेल रेफरेंस अलग हो सकता है. यहाँ पे क्या है, कॉन्जिक्यूटिव मेरे कंटिन्यूसली रो नंबर्स है, यहाँ पे कुछ ना कुछ फिगर्स है. तो अल्टीमेटली आई एम गेटिंग द रिजल्ट ऑफ ऑल दिस. इसका दोनों का मल्टीप्लीकेशन यहाँ पे आ जाएगा. This is the relative reference. Now the absolute reference. Same example, but added some more columns. यहाँ पे मैं फिर से वही लिखता हूँ, same formula, that is cost multiplied by quantity. Okay, you यहाँ पे डबल क्लिक करो, ऑटोमेटिक आपको पूरा आ जाएगा, right? So this is now यहाँ पे मुझे क्या करना है? I want to calculate the commission, that is 10% of the commission. टोटल फिगर का 10% कितना आएगा यहाँ पे? यहाँ पे क्या प्रिंट होगा? इफ आई वांट टू कैलकुलेट द 10% ऑफ 300, एब्सोल्युटली 30, राइट? सो द फॉर्मूला इज क्या होगा? ये 300 मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 10%. आर यू गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? 10% यहाँ पे आ गया, यू विल गेट 30. or you can write the formula multiplied by 10%. Okay, so यहाँ पे मुझे 30 आ गया. मैंने भी यहाँ पे वही फॉर्मूला लिखा था, ऐसा ही दोनों का मल्टीप्लीकेशन. सो आई गॉट टोटल, एंड यहाँ पे मैंने क्या किया था? ड्रैग डाउन किया था, सो दैट आई कैन गेट ऑटोमेटिकली ऑल द वैल्यू. व्हेन आई ड्रैग डाउन, यहाँ पे क्या होगा? यहाँ पे आ गया बराबर 300 मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 10%. व्हेन आई ड्रैग डाउन, लेट्स सी द आंसर. क्या है? 10% है 500 के? एब्सोल्युटली नॉट. Is this 10% of 450? Absolutely not. Then what's wrong with our formula? Anybody knows? Yes, यहाँ पे रेफरेंस चेंज हो गया. यहाँ पे चेंज होना ही वाला था प्रीवियस एग्जांपल भी. यहाँ पे जाहिर है कि चेंज होना ही चाहिए, तभी आपको मिल जाएगा सेम. बट यहाँ पे देखो क्या हमने लॉजिक यूज किया है, रिलेशन क्या है? अपर वाला एक्सेल मल्टीप्लाइड बाय लेफ्ट वाला एक्सेल. आर यू गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? E28 लेफ्ट वाला है मल्टीप्लाइड बाय F27 इसके ऊपर वाला है. सेम लॉजिक एक्सेल यूज करता है. यहाँ पे जाके देखो उसने क्या किया? 30 मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 500 क्या आ गया आपको? 15,000. 15,000 मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 450, ये आ गया आंसर. आर यू गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? जो हमने फर्स्ट सेल में रेफरेंस यूज किया है, जो भी लॉजिक हमने यूज किया है, सेम लॉजिक इज यूज बाय एक्सेल. तो यहाँ पे क्या हो गया? आंसर तुम्हारा गलत आ गया. वी डोंट वांट दिस आंसर्स. अपना क्या चाहिए? 300 मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 10%, यहाँ पे आना चाहिए 500 मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 10%. सो एवरी टाइम all these values should be multiplied with 10%. हर एक वैल्यू को 10% से ही मल्टीप्लाई करना पड़ेगा, तभी आपको यहाँ पे एग्जैक्ट आंसर आ जाएगा. So how to do that? Now it comes absolute reference. Every time I am not going to write the formula in this way, multiplied by. ऐसे करने से आएगा, but how much time it will take? मुझे ऐसे नहीं करना है. Once I write the formula, I will use, I will copy, I will drag it, the same formula. Then and then only you are using the Excel. Okay. So in this case क्या होगा? Before dragging it, you should change. You should change in the formula. क्या change करना पड़ेगा? $F डालना पड़ेगा यहाँ पे. $F is the column name and 27 is the row number. Okay. When I drag or when I copy this formula, यहाँ पे मैं पेस्ट करता हूँ. Okay, my mistake. I should not apply dollar sign in front of row, in front of a row number. Now you just copy it and paste it here. Now copy this cell and you paste anywhere. This is the 10% of all these values total. Is it समझ में आ गया क्या हुआ था यहाँ पे? Why dollar sign is required? Let me explain why dollar sign. ये डॉलर मैंने यहाँ पे ही क्यों दे दिया in front of row number 27? क्योंकि when I drag down क्या होगा यहाँ का सेल रेफरेंस चेंज होगा 27 से 28 होगा 29 30 31 जो भी कुछ है नीचे नीचे आते आते वो क्या होगा चेंज होगा यहाँ का तो चेंज होना ही है इन द टोटल कॉलम राइट बट यहाँ पे 10% इज अ कांस्टेंट यू शुड नॉट चेंज इट सो दैट आई हैव अप्लाइड डॉलर साइन इन फ्रंट ऑफ रो नंबर ये 27 रो नंबर है यहाँ नीचे आएगा तो 28 होगा 29 होगा 30 होगा डॉलर साइन लगाने से क्या होता है इट इज नॉट चेंजिंग द रो नंबर आई होप यू हैव अंडरस्टूड दिस डू यू हैव एक्सेस ऑफ दिस drive so that I can share this file to you? Do you have access? Right. Within 1 minute, let me share this file to you. Can you access it? Rightly, I shared it to you. Downloaded file. I hope all of you have received file. I have created Excel folder, MS Excel, and I just uploaded in it. Everybody please open that file and try to write the same formula, relative and absolute reference. You will feel the difference between two references. Few more examples are also there. I hope you are doing this. In the first worksheet, relative reference and absolute reference, try to calculate the commission for 15% and 20%. Or you are not able to understand, you can go with me.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please.
I'm not able to write anything on that Excel sheet because it is in visible mode only. Please allow us.
You can download it, no?
Okay.
Download it. Everybody please download on your system. I hope you are doing. I hope everybody has completed this, or if you are doing still. If you are facing problem, you just go with me. I am just doing this once again. Please pay attention here. Right, is equal to price multiplied by quantity. You do not write here any dollar sign in this column because this is the relative reference. Here you have to use absolute reference as this multiplied by and apply dollar sign here, and you just drag it. 300 multiplied by 20%. In this way, you can perform the absolute reference. Few more examples are there. You can do it. Go to the last example where we are going to use mixed kind of the reference. Here I have taken a very simple example of this, table, multiplication table. So here in this blank cells, we are going to fill up by writing only one formula. एक ही formula हम लिखेंगे. We are not going to write the formula. We are not dragging it, dropping it, right? I am going to write only single formula in this cell only, and I will copy the same formula to rest of the cells, blank cells, so that it will automatically show you the right result. So here, what is my formula? Is equal to this multiplied by this, right? Are you getting my point? B5 multiplied by C4. I will edit this formula. I will and I'll update this. Can you see this? I applied the dollar sign, or you can say the mixed reference, and I got the result. Is it visible to you? Did you understand how I did this?
Please explain the formula now.
I wrote very simple one formula. What is my simple formula is multiplication of this and this. If I go to this in this row, how it can be done? 1 multiplied by 2, 1 multiplied by 3, 1 multiplied by 4, so that I can get the result in this cell, right? If I go in this column downward side, how it can be done? 8 multiplied by 1, 8 यहाँ पे आएगा, 8 multiplied by 2, 16, 8 multiplied by 3, 24, like way. So when you drag to the downward side or to the right side, this formula should work all the time. Every time you need not to write the formula and drag it or copy it. I have written only simple formula. Let me delete. Again, I am writing formula here is equal to B5 multiplied by C4. This is my simple formula, right? When I want to drag to the right side, क्या होगा यहाँ पे? This is constant. In this case, क्या होगा? First row में क्या होगा मेरा? This is constant. So this will change. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are the column names. Are you getting my point? So column will be changed, but row will not change here. When I drag to the downward side, यहाँ पे क्या होगा? Downward करेंगे तो ये column जो है C will be the same because we are in the C column. C column में हम, but we are changing the rows from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like way. That's why you have to write both the references. In front of, you have to apply the dollar sign in front of the row number as well as column name. $B5. मैंने यहाँ पे लिख लिया $B5. Are you getting my point? B5 is what? This is the cell value, and C4 is what? This value. And if I type here in front of the row number $, so $B5 multiplied by $4. $4 means what? It goes to the right side. So C का D होगा, D का E होगा, but ये B5 as it is रहेगा. Are you getting my point? And when I drag to the downward sides, so ये B5 का B6 होगा, B7 होगा, B8 होगा, but ये C4 का C4 ही रहेगा in this case. Are you getting my point? That's why this formula will work for all the cells. I had copied this, I have selected, I'll paste this. Okay, if I see here, 5 multiplied by 2. $B6 multiplied by G4. G4 is this one and B is this one, B6. So this is what we call as the mixed reference so that it can work. Otherwise, you have to write the formula once, you have to drag it to the right side. Again, you write the formula here, drag it to the right side, or you can write the formula here, drag it downward, downward, downward. 10 times you have to repeat it. But by using this formula, it will work for all the time. I hope this is clear for you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I have circulated this worksheet. You try to, practice it. Okay, I'll go to the next one. Just hold, I'm just okay. Is my sheet is visible to you?
Yes.
Okay. So here we have to calculate the total of all 3 exams for all the students. So what is my formula is equal to sum into bracket. Select this entire range, that is B2 till D2, because in the second column, second row, so 2 number is there, B to D, B1, B, C and D, right? Bracket close, enter. You will get the result of total. 29 plus 31 plus 47 is 107. You drag it till down. Now, how to calculate the average? Is equal to, the function name is average, average, into bracket, select the range. Make sure you should not include the total column here. Only exam marks you should include here. Bracket close. You will get the average of all the students. Here 2-3 ways are there to get the total or average of all the students. So in this case, let me show you once again. Is equal to sum and select the range. You can use the keyboard or you can use even mouse as well, like this. Bracket close. Enter karo, or you just click here and place your cursor here at the right bottom corner. So it will change the shape. यहाँ पे आने के बाद इसको डबल क्लिक करो या you just click and drag it. डबल क्लिक करने से भी आपको सेम रिजल्ट आ जाएगा. It will calculate here automatically the total of all the exams of every students. Then the average. अभी यहाँ पे मैं ड्रैग नहीं करूंगा, पहले ही मैं इसको सिलेक्ट करके रखूंगा. I'll select all the cells जहाँ पे मुझे फॉर्मूला लिखना है and type here. Now do not click anywhere. Is equal to, what is the formula? Average, 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 into bracket. Use the arrow keys to select the data. I have selected 3 exam columns, bracket close. Now do not press enter. Normal enter यहाँ पे press नहीं करना है. Once you have selected this entire column. अभी एक ही साथ आपको result मिलेगा by clicking the combination of the 2 keys. One is the control and other is enter key. Control plus enter. Control plus enter करो, you will get the result at the same time. The formula will be applicable to all the selected cells. Right? कैसे आ गया ये एक साथ? Select first, write the formula and press Control plus enter key. In between, do not click mouse anywhere. You have to use only the keyboard arrow buttons to select the cell. Now, some instructions are given here. Name should be appear in the proper format. Okay. Why proper format? Because यहाँ पे देखो, यहाँ पे capital है, यहाँ small है, यहाँ पे तो कुछ case ही नहीं है. So we are going to change this case. So for that, I am going to insert one more column here. How to insert? Can anybody tell me? I want to insert here the column in between name and exam 1. In between these 2 columns.
Like on the B column, and then we'll insert a column.
Absolutely. You have to click or you have to select this B column and right click insert so that it will insert one more column here. Okay. So I'll type here name. अभी मुझे proper name चाहिए, proper. Are you getting my point? Proper name चाहिए. यहाँ पे proper नहीं है, यहाँ पे पूरा what you can say that all case is there and then यहाँ पे सब small में है. So proper case means what? First letter of each word should be capital. जैसे हम नाम में लिखते हैं ना, first name is capital always. In the first name, middle name, last name जो भी कुछ है, we are writing the first name as a capital. So that formula is there, which is nothing but the proper formula, PROPER. So it will change the case. Bracket close, enter. क्या change हो गया देखो? First letter is only capital. यहाँ पे पूरा capital था, यहाँ पे only first letter is capital. सबका देखो ऐसे ही आएगा. First letter is only capital. Are you getting my point? This is the what you call the proper case. Okay. अभी क्या होगा? I don't want this column. If I delete it, what will happen? मुझे ऐसा चाहिए अभी, लेकिन ये मैं डिलीट करता हूँ. ये नहीं चाहिए because repeated names will be there. ये डिलीट करूंगा तो क्या होगा यहाँ पे? Yes, what will happen?
Okay.
यहाँ पे error show होगा because we have taken some reference here, right? Proper A2 is there, A3 is there, A4 is there. That means what? In the proper function, we have given the cell reference of all these rows. So instead of deleting this, we want this information as a text. यहाँ पे actually formula है. We don't want formula. We want only this text. So if I copy this and paste here, what will happen? कुछ भी नहीं आएगा because यहाँ पे कुछ भी नहीं है. It is taking the relative reference. So if you want the name, you have to copy as a. मैंने इसको कॉपी किया और मैं इधर ही पेस्ट करने वाला हूँ by using the paste special dialog box. यहाँ पे जाइए values as a values. तो इसका जो values है, जो अभी आपको यहाँ पे दिख रहा है visible है, that will be pasted. If I only paste normal paste, it will also copy the formula. But अभी यहाँ पे मुझे formula नहीं चाहिए. Simply if I copy this name, मैं यहाँ पे पेस्ट करूंगा तो क्या आएगा? कुछ भी नहीं because यहाँ पे only formula दिखेगा. But if I copy यहाँ से if I paste here as a values, ये values तो मुझे यहाँ पे नाम दिखेगा. यहाँ पे formula हमने copy नहीं किया है. Can you see the difference? So यहाँ पे भी मुझे क्या करना पड़ेगा? Only values चाहिए. So copy this, go here and paste as a values. अभी मैंने values paste किया है. यहाँ पे no formula. You can see here. Now you can delete this. आ गया, नाम प्रॉपर फॉर्मेट में आ गया, राइट? If we want to remove semicolon between names and add space, उसके लिए फिर से थोड़ा सा अलग सा ऑपरेशन उसके ऊपर करना पड़ेगा. You have to remove the, or you have to replace semicolon by space. Already the space is there. So what you can do, again, you have to create one more column, right? And you have to apply the same thing again. Find and replace. That you have to do. Are you getting my point? Or you have to convert this text in a different way, in different rows. अभी क्या है कि तुम्हारा फर्स्ट नेम एंड लास्ट नेम इज इन द सेम कॉलम, एक ही कॉलम है. यू हैव टू सेपरेट इट. एक कॉलम में तुम्हारा फर्स्ट नेम आएगा, दूसरे कॉलम में तुम्हारा लास्ट नेम आएगा. देन अगेन ज्वाइन इट. उस टाइम ये तुम्हारा कोलन जो भी है या कॉमा जो भी है रिप्लेस हो सकता है. ओके, लेट मी ट्राई हियर. Comma is a separator. Destination is here. And finish. अब यहाँ से comma चला गया है, right? Again you have to join it here. Is equal to by ampersand. You will get the name. Again you copy this and paste as a values. अभी कोई तुम्हारा कॉमा यहाँ पे नहीं है. ठीक है, this is the one way we can do. Or you have to fetch first and second word separately by using some different functions.
Can you repeat this step one more time?
Which one you're asking?
This H and I column.
Okay.
Combining name and surname.
Yeah, right now we have combined name and surname. Earlier हमने क्या किया था, ऐसा ही था तुम्हारा, but with separated comma था यहाँ.
Yeah.
So we have removed this comma. We have separated in the different columns, and again we have joined.
Which option we'll select after selecting the column? We'll go into data, and then which option we have to select?
Okay, let me explain it. One more query is that, is it possible to get first letter in capital and the rest text in a small case? Actually, this is not possible, only the first letter. Because three different functions are there. Upper function is there that converts all the text in the capital. Lower function is there that convert to all the text in lowercase. And a proper function is there where the first letter of each word will get capitalized. Not only the first letter. एक ही लेटर नहीं होगा, जितने भी उसमें वर्ड्स होंगे, एवरी लेटर विल बी फर्स्ट लेटर ऑफ ऑल द वर्ड्स विल बी गेट्स capitalized. Okay, so in this case,
hello.
Yes, please.
Sir, can you explain from the how you remove that comma from that name?
Yeah, I'm just doing that one. Let me go with previous one. Okay. Okay, so this is the text. I want to separate, or I want to see what happens. How to remove means what? Comma is considered as a separator. Are you getting my point? Comma is considered as separator. यहाँ पे दिख रहा है आपको comma, हर जगह पे comma comma है. In this entire word, first name and last name के बीच में तुम्हारा comma है, यहाँ पे comma है, comma है, comma है. So what Excel does here? Excel will separate based on that separator. Separator हमारा comma है, तो comma will not be printed. इसके लिए comma यहाँ से चला जाएगा. So how to do this? First you have to select this entire data, then go to the go to the data tab यहाँ पे at the top, and here option is there, text to column, right? You just click on it, text to column. Here it is asking delimited or fixed width. तुम्हारे कुछ मोबाइल नंबर्स है, those are fixed width, 10 numbers are there, so you can use fixed width. But यहाँ पे क्या है, number of characters in the first word and second word are not matching. That's why we are going to use delimited. Delimited means what? Something is there in between two words. So क्या है वो? It might be tab, it might be semicolon, comma, space, और other कुछ भी हो सकता है. So in this case, comma is there और space is there. Both are there. इसके बीच में दोनों है ना, यहाँ पे separator comma भी है, यहाँ पे space भी है. Click on the next. And here the destination. आपको ये कहाँ पे separate होना चाहिए? So by default A2 is there. यहीं पे ही है A2 में. But now I am going to change the destination. यहाँ पे मुझे चाहिए in this column. So go and select here. Okay. तो इसके आगे वो change होगा. H2 के आगे. Click on finish. Are you getting my point? आ गया separate दोनों जगह पे. पहले यहाँ पे separator कहाँ था? Comma and space. And now you again join it by ampersand. यहाँ दोनों के बीच में space चाहिए, इसके लिए space ampersand. And you just drag it. आगे बात समझ में? How to do this?
Yes, got it.
Yes, sir.
Right. Now I copy this and I'll paste here as a values. Now delete the rest of the data. ओके अभी नेम आ गया प्रॉपर फॉर्मेट में. अर्लियर कैसे था? पहले वो कैपिटल था, किधर तो स्मॉल था. प्रॉपर केस में नहीं था. राइटली वी हैव डन इट इन द प्रॉपर केस. सॉर्ट द नेम अल्फाबेटिकली. हाउ टू सॉर्ट इट? व्हेन यू सॉर्ट इट ऑल द डेटा शुड बी ऑटोमेटिकली गेट सॉर्टेड. ऐसा नहीं कि आपको फर्स्ट ही कॉलम सॉर्ट करना है. यू शुड सॉर्ट द एंटायर डेटा. सो यू हैव टू सिलेक्ट the entire table. How to sort it? Alphabetically.
To sort and filter option.
Yes, absolutely. Sort and filter option is there where you can apply the sorting. Sort A to Z. Click on this. Okay, sort. A, B, D. Are you getting my point? आ गया यहाँ पे sorting. Automatically this data is get changed. Or you can apply the filter and again you sort it. यहाँ पे filter apply करो. Go and sort from here as well. Z to A or A to Z. Right. This is how also you can sort. Calculation for all the students, each exam, letter grade, conditional formatting to for the fill. Okay, two more are remaining. Here I am going to letter. Instead of the letter grade, we will print here pass or fail, whether the student is pass or fail. If the score is less than 60, we can say the student is fail, otherwise student is pass. So I'm going to write here the condition. What is the condition? Is equal to, क्या condition होगा यहाँ पे? So that I can check whether student is pass or fail.
If condition.
If condition लिखना पड़ेगा.
Yeah.
So is equal to if into bracket. What is my test is? What I am going to check by using the if condition. If the average marks are less than 60, क्या होगा? The student is fail, otherwise student is pass. So my average marks are available in this F column. So select this value F2, right? Is equal to if into bracket F2 less than 60. Are you getting my point? What condition I am writing here? If this condition gets satisfied, the Excel will print. If less than 60 क्या होगा? Fail. Double quote complete. Otherwise, pass. Bracket close. Press enter. The student is pass. कहाँ पे fail है? एक ही यहाँ पे. Or I'll change some mark from here so that fail. Can you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
If
sir.
you change the mark from here, it will automatically affect on the total as well as average, so that the automatically result will be fail. Right? Are you getting my point?
Hello, sir.
आ गया समझ में?
Yes, sir.
How
Sir,
it is printed? Sorry?
सर एक क्वेश्चन है, जैसे एवरेज से तो मतलब पास और फेल का हो सकता है भाई, कभी कभार ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि दो स्टूडेंट के मार्क्स दो सब्जेक्ट में ज्यादा और एक में उसके एवरेज कम है 60 से, तो उस केस में कैसे हो?
सी सो वहां पे आप मल्टीपल कंडीशन चेक करना पड़ेगा. यहाँ हम क्या कर रहे हैं? वी आर जस्ट फोकसिंग ऑन द एवरेज. As per you, suppose the marks in the two exams are very high and one exam is very less. In this particular exam, the student is fail, but overall result, he will be seen as pass.
Yeah.
So we are focusing on only average marks. We are not checking how much he has scored in the exam 1, 2, or 3.
Okay, sir.
Right. So it can be also checks. Later on, I'll explain you how it can be done, where we have to use and condition. And means here it should be pass as well as average mark should be also more than 60. यहाँ पे भी पास होना चाहिए as well as यहाँ पे भी वो पास होना चाहिए, तभी हम उसको पास कहेंगे. Otherwise, he is fail. So right now we just focus simple if condition that if the average marks are less than 60 means the student is fail. Now we have to highlight who is fail. So select this, right? Or you can select this as well. Yes, how will you highlight by using the conditional formatting? जो स्टूडेंट फेल है वो हाईलाइट होना चाहिए. कैसे करोगे आप?
Conditional formatting.
Yes, we have to use conditional formatting. It should highlight entire row. कैसे करोगे आप? ये पूरा, सपोज ये स्टूडेंट फेल हो गया है, राइट? तो ये पूरा हाईलाइट होना चाहिए. जैसे कि फॉर एग्जांपल ऐसे ये फेल हो गया है, यहाँ पे फेल है, वो हाईलाइट होना चाहिए. या एटलीस्ट दिस सेल. हाउ इट कैन बी डन?
First we'll fully select the table and then apply conditional formatting.
Just hold. Let me. Okay. I have selected this entire table. Okay. Now I will go to conditional formatting, right?
Right.
Okay. What next?
Then we'll create new rule.
New rule.
Then
Okay.
So formula.
What is the formula?
If average is less than 60.
Absolutely. Average is less than 60. So we have to use the cell reference as F2.
F2,
ये use
right.
करना पड़ेगा. F2 is less than 60. Right?
Right.
Then it should highlight.
Yeah, it should highlight red color.
Fill color, maybe this one. ऐसा highlight दिख जाएगा, बराबर है?
But we will not use that dollar sign now.
है ना, क्या $F2 less than 60. डॉलर चाहिए ना?
Sir, actually, I have a question. Previously, you have told that dollar sign does not change the references, right?
Yes.
So here we don't have to change the reference, no?
Yes.
Why you are changing the reference by putting dollar?
डॉलर साइन से चेंज नहीं होता है.
हाँ.
मैंने क्या यूज किया यहाँ पे $F डाला है, नॉट 2 के आगे.
Okay, so the this
2
F
के आगे डाल दिया तो क्या होगा? इट विल बी फिक्स फॉर F2.
Okay, yeah.
F3, F4, F5 नीचे नहीं आएगा, वो इसको ही चेक करेगा फर्स्ट रो को.
Right, right.
इसके लिए मैंने F2 के आगे मैंने डॉलर साइन नहीं लगाया. I have applied in front of $F column name so that it will only go in the F column. Are you getting my point? Suppose यहाँ पे उसको 60 मिल गया, यहाँ पे भी किधर तो 60 मिल जाएगा, बट यहाँ पे वो 70 होगा, तो भी वो क्या करेगा? फिर हाईलाइट करेगा, बिकॉज आपने यहाँ पे डॉलर साइन नहीं लगाया था. तो यहाँ पे डॉलर साइन लगाना जरूरी है. यू कैन सी हियर. ओके, आ गया तुम्हारा. जहाँ पे भी फेल है, एंटायर सेल इज हाईलाइटेड. और इसको हम पास करके देखेंगे 69 और थोड़ा सा 47 का 65 चला गया. राइट? So automatically the Excel will highlight because we have applied conditional formatting. अपना कंडीशन क्या है? जब भी एवरेज लेस देन 60 जाएगा, वो ऑटोमेटिकली पूरा सेल हाईलाइट जाएगा. राइट? Is it clear to you?
Yeah, it is clear.
Okay. Okay, one more function is there, count function. What is the use of that count function? It will check how many counts are there in this entire table. If I use this, it will show me how many total counts are there. Okay, if I write the formula here is equal to count, and you have to select the range, entire range. Bracket close. It shows here 70, and everywhere the same figure is. यहाँ letters है, इसके लिए नहीं लिया. Average. These are the average marks. And you just drag to the right side. Actually, this is not required. This is the total column. This is the average for exam 1, for the exam 2, exam 3, and here average of average, right? All the students' average score is 76%. Okay. Split the name into first name and last name. Okay. We can also split. Earlier we have seen that we can split it. Okay. Let me do this. Insert one more column or maybe 2 columns. मैंने 2 column यहाँ पे insert किया है, right? I can write the formula here, or I can use what you can say, the default functionality of the Excel to separate. Okay, how it can be done? Already we have seen that. Select the total. Okay, and go to the data tab here. convert. Now remove this comma, no comma is available, so only space is there in between two. Next, and select the destination here. So Alan will be printed here. Finish. आ गया तुम्हारा फर्स्ट नेम लास्ट नेम. यहाँ पे हमने कुछ फॉर्मूला नहीं लगाया है, then you can delete this. It comes as first name and last. Right. In this way, you can perform. I hope, is it clear to you? Yes, all of you are there?
Yes, it is clear.
Okay, we'll take a lunch break of 1 hour. I think it's 1 o'clock right now. Okay, as per schedule, and we will come back at 2 p.m. Is it fine with you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so I stop here. I'll take a break of 1 hour. Sharp at 2 p.m. we will be back. Okay, can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so some, counting functions, or you can say some conditional functions are there that we are going to discuss now. Okay, you can see here very small database I have taken here, and here we are going to count the cells in different way. Total cell, yes, obviously we can find out how many total cells are there in the given database. So this is my database. It starts from A1, which is the cell A1, and it will end at here. That is B9, A1 to B9. And for this A1 to B9, I have given the name as a data. You can see here in the name manager also, you can see what the name I have given. You can see here the data is given to, in basic accounting, you can see here from A1 to B9. यहाँ पे दिख रहा है $A, $1 to $B, $9. That means I have given the name to this particular cell range. This is my cell range, A1 colon B9. This is my cell range. So for this particular cell range, I have given the name as data. So how many total cells are there in the data? You can simply multiply rows versus columns. How many rows are there and how many columns are there? Is equal to rows, and you have to provide the cell reference. So these are the cell reference A1 to B9, जिसको मैंने नाम दिया है data, right? So to count how many total cells are there is equal to rows data multiplied by columns. Data. So you will get total number of cells are 18. Yes, obviously how many cells are there? 18. Then out of these 18 cells, how many blank cells are there? So one more function is there, that is the count blank. It will count only the blank cells. Count blank and provide the cell range, that is data. Press enter, you will get the total number of blank cells. If I delete to one of the cell from here, you can see here it changes to 6, 5 to 6. If I even put here some, dot 5, because this dot will be considered as one of the character. Or if I put one of the space here, it is also counted. Space is also counted. Though while looking at 5 are there, but actually only 4 are blank cell, because in this cell I have applied space. Space is there. Okay, so count blank is the function which can be used to count blank cells. Then how many non-blanks are there? Non-blank means what? जहाँ पे कुछ ना कुछ लिखा हुआ है, जैसे कि यहाँ नंबर्स है, कैरेक्टर्स है, कुछ तो एरर वाला फॉर्मूला है, यहाँ पे डॉट है, एनीथिंग. It can be counted as a non-blank cell, and the function is count A. Very small difference is there, count function and count A. Count function is there and count A is also there. Count function क्या count करता है? Only numeric cells. Count data. So ये data में इस range में कितने numeric cells है? Only 6 are there. जहाँ पे number लिखा है 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Always we are using this function, count function, right? So count function is basically used for to count the numbers, numeric value, numeric cells, जहाँ पे number लिखा है. And count A will count non-blank cells, मतलब और filled cells, जहाँ पे कुछ ना कुछ लिखा हुआ है. Count A and provide the cell range as a data. 13 are there. So this is how we can write the count functions to count the number of characters, or how many blank cells are there, how many non-blank cells are there, how many numeric cells are there, or even we can count how many total number of cells are there in the given database or given data, जो भी कुछ data you are providing. So it will count. Next, we just talk about the count if function. Again, very small database I have taken here, right? Contains the serial number, the name of the student, you can say, and their specialization. Okay, so I want to check here how many, the finance students are there. How many students have opted, finance as their specialization. This is one example I have taken to count how many students are there. Those are having marketing as a specialization, or maybe the finance as a specialization. So I can write here the function, because now I cannot write only the count function here. My condition is there, certain condition is there. So that condition, that functions count the number of cells within the given range that meets your single criteria. मेरा criteria क्या है यहाँ पे? I'm going to check specialization wise count students. How many students are there in particular specialization? So that means what my condition is one condition है मेरा क्या है? What is the specialization? How many students have opted particular specialization? So I'm looking for that. So how to write the function is equal to count if. Count के बाद if लगाना है. If is nothing but condition, one criteria. It is asking for range. Range is specialization where the specialization is written. So select that range, put comma, and specialization में क्या लिखना है आपको? Criteria में you are looking for marketing, so put here MKT, because the same word should be there, same character should be there जो अपने range में दिया हुआ है. If you write here instead of MKT marketing, full spelling लिख लिया MARKETING, the Excel will not count, or rather Excel will consider as one more, the word. So you have to at least check the spelling, what the spelling is. So how many are there? Total 3 students are there who have opted marketing as a specialization. If instead of this, operation specialization, I put here one more marketing, so it should reflect here. It should increase by number 1. 4 counts are there. Marketing. Are you getting my point? In this case, what I did, I have written specifically as a marketing. अभी मुझे finance में देखना है कितने students है finance के. So what should I do? I should change this marketing to finance. Only 2 are there. If I would like to know about, operation specialization, OPS, 0, because nobody is there for the operation specialization. Or instead of this marketing, if I put here OPS, it will count operation. But thing is that every time it is not required to write in double quotation in the formula. If you are using Excel, if you know Excel, if you know the functionalities of the Excel, then you must use those functionalities. Otherwise, it will take a lot of time. Every time you need to edit the formula where you will make some certain mistakes. So your formula should be the dynamic one. It should not be the static one. Static होगा तो क्या होगा? Every time you need to change the formula, you need to edit the formula. उसमें changes करने पड़ेंगे. And that is the not good ethics of the Excel. So you have to provide always a cell reference because Excel is totally based on the cell reference. So you have to provide the cell reference. So here I have taken one particular cell where it indicates the specialization. So I will give the cell reference from here. Instead of operation, I'll give the cell reference. That is G8. G8 क्या है? मेरा specialization. G8 में जो भी लिखा होगा, that will be considered as my specialization. अभी यहाँ पे मैं marketing की जगह पे क्या लिखूंगा? यहाँ पे मैं लिखता हूँ IT. So I'll get the IT. That means what? I am not going to change into the formula. Formula is what? C6 colon C13, which is the cell range, and GA nothing but the specialization. If I copy this formula, okay, and if I paste here, what will happen? Can anybody answer? Yes, what will happen if I copy this formula and if I paste here? क्या होगा? Error आएगा या और कुछ होगा? Yes, error ही आएगा. Because references will get changed. Let us see. If I copy this, if I paste here, it will show 0. Why 0? Because you just see what the formula says. Formula क्या लिखा है? यहाँ पे ये सेल रेंज उसने पकड़ा है C6 to C19. और आप कितने कॉलम आगे गए? कॉलम नंबर 1 एंड कॉलम नंबर 2. सेकंड कॉलम में आप गए हो. So Excel checks where the formula you have written, right? And G8 मतलब just ऊपर वाला एक सेल आपने लिया है as a criteria. So same thing is happening here. ऊपर वाला एक सेल यहाँ पे लिया है. इस सेल के लेफ्ट साइड में 1, 2, 3 and 4th. Fourth column is nothing but your specialization. 1, 2, 3 and 4th column is specialized. So it takes here relative reference. Are you getting my point? It takes here a relative reference. Suppose I want the same answer everywhere, wherever I paste this formula. That means what? You have to change something. क्या change करना पड़ेगा? Yes, please.
डॉलर साइन.
Yes. Can you tell me that? कहाँ पे डॉलर साइन करना पड़ेगा?
जी के आगे.
जी के आगे. यहाँ पे?
Yes.
फिर भी यहाँ पे नहीं आया.
मे बी 8 के आगे भी डालना पड़ेगा क्योंकि स्पेसिफिक एक ही सेल की वैल्यू चाहिए हमें.
We have to fix. ये भी चेंज नहीं होना चाहिए. This range should not change. और this value also should not change. कहीं पे भी मैं फॉर्मूला पेस्ट करूंगा उस टाइम मुझे क्या दिखाना चाहिए? It should show the cell range from C6 to C13 and G8. इस फॉर्मूला में वही होना चाहिए. Are you getting my point?
Yes.
तो उसके लिए मुझे क्या करना पड़ेगा? यहाँ पे डॉलर साइन लगाना पड़ेगा. Everywhere I need to put dollar sign. $C$6 कोलन $C$13 उसके बाद आएगा $G$8, right? Now if I copy this and if I paste wherever, it will show the result. कहीं पे भी मैं पेस्ट करूंगा I will get the result. यहाँ पे जो result आएगा, if I put here MKT, it should show the same result. Because यहाँ पे क्या हुआ? देखो अभी रेंज चेंज हुआ है क्या? हाईलाइट क्या हो रहा है? This column and this cell हो रहा है हाईलाइट.
Yes.
यहाँ पे देखो, यहाँ डबल क्लिक करके देखो, यहाँ पे क्या हाईलाइट हो रहा है, दिस एंड दिस, बिकॉज दिस टू cell references we have used in our formula, right?
But
You just go, yes please.
at the column name G, we are not using the references for C, column C. Then why for another places for reference?
हमने ये यूज किया है ना फॉर्मूला में, ये सेल रेंज।
Okay.
यहाँ जो हमने फॉर्मूला लिखा है, यहाँ हमने फॉर्मूला में क्या लिखा है, यहाँ पे दिख रहा है, ये फॉर्मूला लिखा है ना हमने।
No, my question is that why to put all
everywhere why dollar sign is required?
Yeah.
Right, आगे पीछे सब जगह पे डॉलर साइन क्यों है ऐसा?
हाँ, मतलब
बताता
वो C6 to C13 का C6 और C13 के लिए क्यों है ये वैसे भी नहीं ले सकता क्या? मतलब
नहीं लेगा,
हम जी में तो यूज कर रहे हैं ना, सिर्फ कॉपी कर रहे हैं, इस वजह से हमको उसका रेफरेंस चाहिए होगा क्या?
बताता हूँ। यस, क्या होता है, इसका मीनिंग पहले समझो कि सी के आगे लिखने से क्या होता है और नंबर के आगे लिखने से क्या होता है।
वो फिक्स लेगा वो एक।
मैं बताता हूँ फिर से, इसका थोड़ा सा कलर चेंज करता हूँ तो ठीक है, अभी दिख रहा है। Okay, if I put here, there are different meaning. Why in front of column name and why in front of row number, दोनों के आगे क्यों लिखना है, राइट? सो यहाँ पे हमारा एक कॉलम है, ठीक है, सी कॉलम है। आर यू गेटिंग माई पॉइंट? और व्हेन आई ड्रैग डाउन, मैंने यहाँ पे फॉर्मूला लिखा है, व्हेन आई ड्रैग डाउन, if I put here, I'll get the same result because मैंने absolute reference यूज किया है। ओके, बट आपका कहना है कि क्वेश्चंस व्हाई द डॉलर साइन इन फ्रंट ऑफ कॉलम नेम एज वेल एज रो नंबर, व्हिच इज कॉल्ड एज एब्सोल्यूट रेफरेंस। पार्शियल रेफरेंस एक होता है और एक एब्सोल्यूट रेफरेंस होता है। लेट मी गो विद द प्रीवियस एग्जांपल सो दैट यू विल अंडरस्टैंड। जस्ट होल्ड, जो मैंने आपको करने के लिए दिया था।